so that's how we got to where we are now. But it was at the Conservation Authority's insistence that it be put on top of the garage. And then the Conservation Authority also said, well, push it back more closer to the lake so that we minimize the tree impact, which we did.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's been a year and a half.
Reading the paper is confusing.
Yeah.
Thanks. Councilor Elman?
Okay, so I mean, you worked to satisfy the dynamic beach issues and then the other issues around the moving it back from the road a little bit. I guess I threw you then to the planner. We're still in process of receiving all the mapping from St. Clair Conservation. We haven't had a chance yet to look at it, and that has to become part of our new OP and our OP schedules. I guess I'm just looking at the very last paragraph, because their issue now with natural heritage and the preservation of trees. And so it says, at minimum, it's recommended a satisfactory environmental evaluation be completed around the tree preservation. However, the trees have been cut. And it's cleared and the
guess it's minimal then.
So, pardon me?
I guess it's minimal then.
So it will be a very minimal environmental evaluation, I suppose. I mean, what's the point now of asking for environmental evaluation? Or can we stipulate some kind of tree planting program to replace some of the trees elsewhere on the lot? I don't know.
There's not a lot of place to, not a lot of room to replace trees on the lot.
Because there's a lot of trees there.
It's the beach and then the...
Councilor Russell?
She's answering.
Sorry.
There's no place to replace trees on the lot. That would be my opinion.
Okay, Councilor Russell?
But your report says it was 4 point something hectares or whatever it is, the number of trees, but it was the county bylaw, correct?
County tree cutting bylaw, no, it's a developed area, it's designated residential, so it doesn't fall within the county tree cutting bylaw.
But being nice about it for a second, instead of making it illegal, right, we could use some of the provisions in that to maybe, Jerry, being environmentalists we know him to be, right, would love to plant trees in our, say, for example, our tree nursery, that we could plant them somewhere else, for an example. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. Native trees, which this committee of Community in Bloom committee are always advocating natural trees, and I know Jerry being the advocate, he is probably entertaining.
Councilor Underwood?
Yeah, I hate it when the goalposts move all the time while you're trying to play, because that sounds like what's been going on here. Somebody's adding this and that and all the time. So, through you to the planner, you have, well, reiterate, you think that environmental impacts are minimum, obviously, and as your planner, as our planner, you're quite comfortable with us approving this.
Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to know.
Councilor Bonser?
Just through you to Jerry. Jerry, have you had any preliminary chats with the county about the septic system?
Yes.
And your septic, is it a tertiary or?
No. It is a relatively new standard septic tank and tile field. The tile field was intentionally oversized at the time it was originally put in. So it's got an oversized tile field and a standard size septic tank. It would require an enlargement of the septic tank, but not the tile field.
And you wouldn't have any concerns about effluent discharging into Lake Huron, given your presentation?
I would propose that, given time, and that the next stage at this council, after they put the sewers into Grand Bend, should look at putting sewers on all lakefront property. That would be my position.
You won't use any fertilizer in the interim then?
No. There's no grass to use it on.
Okay. Councilor Elman?
And just any of these applications, they have to meet the county requirements as far as sewage treatment is concerned. So that will have to be done.
I would have been with the committee would test it.
Yeah, it's there, and it's also in the recommendations to council that they have to, let me see, the areas, if it's on private septic, they have to get approval under Part A to maintain.
Okay. Councilor Russell, you Anyone else else from the public with a question? You have a question, Councilor?
With the neighbors not being in favor of it, do we only have to go neighbor either side? Is that as far as we have to go?
No, we circulated within 120 meters of the property and put a notice on the property.
We're not going to be able to see that because it's covered by trees.
No, it's out by the road.
All right.
Okay.
I really think that, I mean, if they're asking us to do an environmental assessment, I'm kind of curious why the trees were cut down before it came to us for approval. Go ahead.
Planner like that?
Because, first of all, they got approval from the Committee of Adjustment to build the garage. And one of the conditions that the committee said is we were to work with the Conservation Authority between the planner and the Conservation Authority and go out on site, have an investigation and decide what could come down. And that's what we did. That's why the trees came down, because we thought we had satisfied the St. Clair Regional Conservation Authority. I mean, I'm as shocked as anyone. In fact, I had a very bad morning as a result. So I honestly could not believe it.
Councilor Wong?
Just, I know I'm outside of 7.4 here, but I think this is a paper trail. I think it's happened in our neighborhood, where a developer came in and just cut it half of the property. You should have, we have restrictive covenants, nothing was asked, and it's this beg for forgiveness routine. So I think for a paper trail, I'd like to see us send something to St. Clair saying we acknowledge the environmental evaluations you're requesting. However, in the prior meeting, you gave approval to take those trees down. I think they need to be held accountable for theirs.
I have already had a very curt conversation with Patty Heyman, the planner there this morning. And
How curt?
very.
Okay,
Councilor Russell?
And, I just want to say to council, I work very cooperative with the conservation authorities. I think they're our greatest allies. And that's why when I'm talking to you like this, I was shocked. I was shocked.
Councilor Russell?
Mr. Mayor, through you, the planner, just like that skate, right? Same that curve. You had another position you had to take on just weeks ago. I know, we're proud of you. I'll make a motion that we
Close the public
Close
meeting?
the public meeting.
Close the public meeting, second by Councilor Ullman. All in favor of that? Carried. Councilor Russell?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the report and instruct the planner to come back with a detailed list of the things that are necessary to mitigate this if we want to approve the report, because I think what in the discussion we heard a bunch of different things, tree planting, neighbors, concerns, certain things, and I think it's important for you in terms of being able to deal with those things.
So you're not approving the recommendation?
I'm approving in principle, but I think a few of those things that were brought up, the public, the fact that we've got 2 public letters, and they're just minor things, right, that just could be factors. That would be my motion.
I'll second it.
Yes.
Councilor Underwood?
Didn't the Committee of Adjustment last year put out a timeline for people to be able to put in their concerns before they approved the variance? Last year, I'm pretty sure I read that, they had until August 17th of 2011. So it was all approved, and any concerns that people had, quite honestly, they should have brought ahead before the landowner was given approval. This is a new application. That was a different,
Yes.
That was under the variance.
that was another variance.
This is a new application.
Okay.
Councilor Russell?
To Councilor Underwood's point, I think in terms of the one letter, what got me was the fact that they were making comment to it being an accessory dwelling versus anything to do with the accessory building. So I think just in light of what the discussion is, it may be a couple minor things, but our planner is going to be going through and making some form of, things that have to be done by the applicant anyways to further, that's all I was thinking. Just to address a few of those issues.
Councilor Vaughn?
Just a friendly amendment, Councilor Russell. I would really like to see something in writing from us to respond to this St. Clair Conservation Area request, because this is where you get into the slippery slope and the documentation, and if in 2015 the Rupkeys are still dealing with this matter and we're not at the council table, then it would be nice to have a paper